When a girl dates a black guy, I lose 100% interest in her. Now, this might sound racist, but it's not racist.
Spoiler alert. This is actually one of the most racist things I've ever seen in my life. I was wondering where I'd seen this guy before, and I remembered it's the profile picture behind the hate reaction on a Facebook post about kids getting free school lunches. Not actually, but basically. Let's collectively grab our barf bags and hear them out.
It's not racist, because you can tell, bro. Like, let's not fucking kid ourselves. Let's not play the race card.
Sir, you brought it up. This would be like me asking you to play Go Fish and then being like, what are you doing? Don't draw a card.
They're like, oh, you're just because of this. Not because of that. If somebody genuinely likes somebody because they're black, cool. Or somebody likes interracial, whatever. It's fine.
Is it? Because you're making a whole video about this.
But let's not kid ourselves. You can tell when somebody's dating someone else because of their attributes, because of their performance capabilities and stuff like that.
No, you can't. How would you know that? This is where the racism comes in, and you don't see how this is so supremely racist. People are like, oh, well, just saying they have big dicks and they're good at sex. That's all that you're seeing. You see a black guy and that's all that you see. It's creepy for one thing. It's supremely racist too. It's no longer a positive thing if it's the only thing. I highly doubt that every time you see a white dude, you see a tiny dick and think about how he's bad at it. Do you see why this is weird?
When I see a girl that I can tell is just dating a black guy, just for his gifts and his talents, you know, I'm turned off by that.
That's so creepy. It's so creepy that you thought this and then made a whole ass video.
Because it tells me that you can't control yourself enough to where you just want to have a good time. And it's just a turnoff. Wow.
Just a devastating blow to women. My goodness. This random guy doesn't like that they like black men. How will they recover?
To me. It's like for girls, if you see that I am sleeping with a girl just because she has a big ass, that should be a turnoff, because like this guy only thinks with his dick, with his head down there, not the one up here.
Thing is that women don't think like that. The only time that would even be considered is if everything else about that person sucked. Like if they were just a bad person and they had a fat ass, it'd be like, okay, yeah, that's obviously the only thing that he cares about. But by saying that, you're basically admitting that that is everything. That is the only thing. So when you see a black person, you're like, oh, they're good at sex. That has to be it. That's the only thing that could be possibly. We know that there's no way that they're nice, funny, smart, anything like that. It has to just be that one thing. But it's not racist, dude. It's not the race card. And is your argument that, like, if a woman has a fat ass, that's, like, all that she can bring to the table? My wife has a fat ass and is awesome. Okay? Everything about this guy suggests that he has a serious issue. I have no problem with obviously that's a loaded topic. There's a lot that goes into it. Consent, human trafficking, stuff like that. But for the most part, two consenting adults, you know, by all means, knock yourselves out. But like anything, some people just can't handle it. They'll take a good thing and make it weird. You've made it weird. You can tell that this is a big part of your life. And so everything that you see is through a sexualized lens. Like you're seeing dicks everywhere now. You see that? Like I can tell you're probably a straight dude, but you're seeing dicks every time you see a black person. Something's wrong there, bud.
So it's the same way for me. You know, I'm not that kind of person. I don't truly give a shit if a girl has a fat ass or not, or, you know, I'm actually a face person. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
About anything else. Like, I'm not too sexual.
Sex roll? Is that type of sushi? 2 sex rolls, please.
You know, I'm not that person. I think my brain is too elevated. I'm too much of a genius to give a shit about stuff like that.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my God. What did that Ugandan reporter say?
Why are you gay?
Can you fulfill the natural obligations? I think that's where the issue is right here.
Do you perform the natural obligations?
It's just that you can't fulfill the natural obligations in more ways than one. And you have to make this whole ass video to explain that.
Jesus Christ.
Long story short, he's attracted to black men. I think that's really what it is. It might be like a fetish for him. He's just thinking about that the whole time. Like, why are you putting down women just because they date a black person? Like, aren't people not allowed to date who they want? Now all of a sudden, when they decide to date black people, it's a problem. He's convincing me to date black guys and I'm a straight black guy.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Have you ever been with an insecure white guy that said like you were contaminated if you've been with black men?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me like your story. What happened?
I mean, there's not really a story, but most of them are in general just intimidated. I don't know why. It's not even about the men, it's also the females, and I don't like it, but that's what it is.
Yeah. Have you ever broke up with them?
I mean, obviously I'm single, so yes.
You're very beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
What's your name again?
My name is Icy.
Icy, you're gorgeous.
Because it's not once you go black, you never go back. It's once you go black, we don't want you back. It's a way of claiming you don't have much of self-esteem. Somehow, I also think that it's about a shaming tactic to avoid white women from dating black men. What they're doing is that they're pushing even more of the white women to come and date black men because of this. It's because your toxic black men think the same way when we see white guys with black girls. What? I don't think I've ever seen a black man ever never speak hate about a white man dating a black woman. In fact, most times we always even support them. No one's gatekeeping women like as if they're our own property or cattle or some slave. You're all trying to say this just to justify your position. And my other thing about this is that you have a problem with a black man dating a white woman, but no issues with a white man dating a black woman? Make that make sense.
Black guys would scare me if I was a girl, but I feel like that's why they like them so much. But in the white community, if a white woman has been with a black guy before, it's seen as like frowned upon, to where she kind of got the cheese touch in a way, if that makes sense. It's kind of like, ooh, stay away. There's just something about it that changes. It's like something in the air, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, let's address this. One, I think you like black men. And I don't mean like black men, I think you like black men. Hence the black man on the wall behind you, and your voice is zesty. Second, the cheese touch you're referring to, I think it's the penis touch. I think that white men sometimes, in their own mind, are very insecure about black men. And following behind a black man, they feel they're coming up a little bit short. This is where jealousy and hatred comes from.
Still don't think white men are obsessed with black men. I have a story for you. One of my friends was dating this guy back in California, and when they were hooking up, he literally told her to say Black Lives Matter. And she was like, what the fuck? Because this guy was like a leftist, or he was left-leaning. And she literally stopped it, pulled her out of the moment, and she was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, oh, like, I need you to say that, or I need you to say that, like, you've dated black men in the past, and like, I'm nothing compared to them. And these men have like humiliation kinks, and they enjoy being compared to black men because it's a sexual thing for them. And it just shows how much sexual fetishes are shaped by racism. As white men, even though they're on the left, that are using this as a way to get off, it's very, very uncomfortable. And it shows how deeply this fetishization is rooted in white culture. There weren't even black people in the room. It was just two white people, and yet during sex, they're talking about a black man. And trust me, this is not even close to the worst thing that people are saying out there. All I'll say is do not go on Twitter and search up anything related to fetishization of black people. And it's not just conservative men doing this, it's a lot of men on the left as well.
It wasn't even black people in the room. It was only two white people. And yet, during sex, they bring up black people. This shit is so funny to me because it just shows you the inferiority complex that white men have. You don't bring up a black man during your most intimate moments with a woman unless you are deeply and psychologically obsessed. That's what they are. You know, in sociology, we learned it's a clinically documented psychopathology. Frantz Fanon broke this down back in 1952. It's the castration complex of the colonial mind. They feel completely inadequate compared to the black man. It's a sickness rooted in their own insecurities. They feel completely inadequate, so they hyper fetishize black men, using our existence for their own twisted sideways, because, you know, that's what white men are. You know, they sideways for their own sideways fantasies and shit. Like, it's sick. They are very insecure.
This jump scare made an entire video, in fact, a series of videos, talking about how Punjabi girls who go to Afro Nation or Carnival, which is a Caribbean event, are not wifey material. As somebody with family in both cultures, I think I'm the best person to talk about that. In his small brain, he thinks that his opinion is valid. But what he doesn't realize is that his opinion is rooted in racism. In fact, let me just play this clip for you, and then I'm going to translate what it actually means to debunk this shit that he's telling you about. I'm not a racist. I have black friends. Shut the fuck up.
Imagine saying shit. That is crazy. And we already know what type of dal she likes. Okay,
so dal is lentils. And when he's saying that I know which dal you like, this is the dal he's talking about. He's referring to something that Punjabis call kale dal or kali dal. He's saying that I know you like black lentils. Read between the fucking lines, moron. Are you really trying to gaslight people into thinking that you're not racist because you have black friends and your pin tweet is you taking some kid to the temple? Like, shut the fuck up. It gets worse. Like, it gets progressively worse. Because he'll go on to talk about how he has no qualms with a Punjabi girl dating anyone white or black, but don't return back to the community.
Punjabi girl is going for a white guy or a black guy. Why is that a problem? I ain't got an issue with that. That's completely fine. Just don't come back to us.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
Why?
What is that rooted in? If it's not racism, what is it rooted in? Why is it that a Punjabi girl who dates a white guy or a black guy cannot come back to you? Why? It's because you're racist, right? You see her as tainted. You see her as tarnished. She's not wifey. Just like you are a batty boy. Man, get the fuck out of here with this shit. Now he's threatening to come to carnival this year in London, Notting Hill Carnival, to start bullshit with women. He's talking about rage baiting and harassing. I hope he gets slapped upside his fucking ugly ass head. Y'all know what to do. I swear to God, get this fuck ass weirdo out of here. What an embarrassment.
I don't understand why everyone has smoke for black people, especially black men. I don't get it. Bro, let's just be honest. Indian people get a lot of hate. Black people ain't hating on Indian people. But yet this man has more smoke for us because Indian women went to an Afro Nations event. And obviously there's gonna be a lot of Africans and black people out there. This guy is obsessed with what brown girls do. No. He's upset that brown girls are not looking at him as husband material. His parents are probably yelling him in the ear, telling him, when are you gonna get married? And no girl out there is looking at him as an option.
Have you ever been with some insecure white guys that like got insecure? Have you been with black guys?
About you've ever dated a black man or something, they get so insecure about it. They say you're contaminated and stuff. Like, I've had guys tell me that multiple times.
Yes, all the time. I think I'm contaminated.
Contaminated?
Yeah.
Why do guys say that? Wait, what happened?
Because I've been with black guys, so they just think I'm contaminated.
And how do you feel? Do you think they're insecure?
Yeah, they get very insecure because they know that they obviously have don't.
What the hell?
That's right, men. We're covering ground, stomping our black boots in the snow. The war plan is working. We shall carry on. And no, love, they don't believe that you're contaminated. They just know they can't measure up. Men, ninjas, carry on.
There is white guys who will not talk to a white girl simply because she's been with a black guy. Those exact same dudes will look you in the eyes and tell you black people make everything about race. Back when I was a sophomore in college, I became an RA. All my rent and all my groceries were paid for by the school. In return, I had 24 students on my floor and I had to make sure they were doing good. One of these students on my floor was a white girl. One day she told me she thought my homie was kinda cute. Me being the great friend I am, I told her you can have his snap. I'm even gassing my homie up. I'm telling her you're the type of girl that he likes. 3 months later, that same white girl tells me that my homie is weird. I'm like, what you mean my homie weird? She tells me that every time they hung out, he was asking if she's been with a black guy. The very first time they ever hung out, he said to her, have you ever dated a black guy? The second time they hang out, he asked her if black guys are her type. The last time they ever hang out, my homie questions her if she dated the guy she went to prom with. The only reason my homie had this question is because she had her high school prom pictures on her Instagram. You can clearly see she went to prom with a black guy. It's dudes like him who will tell you black people make everything about race. Never in my life have I ever wondered if a woman's been with a black guy, with an Asian man or some Mexican guy.
As a black man, I never ask any woman about another race. Facts. They don't care if she's been with an Asian guy or a Mexican. But when it's a black guy, it's a problem. Definitely an insecurity thing. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are about black men dating white women. If you think it's insecurities or just people just not able to fulfill the natural obligations. Leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. If it's your first time to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you haven't, check out this video. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. But nevertheless, I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace.